Minecraft seeds can be absolutely beautiful, and I found you guys the 10 most beautiful seeds in 26.2. Let's start off with this seed that I found on my live stream the other day, which you'll see in chat right now. This seed was found by me, and as you can tell, it is a dungeon mixed with this stronghold. There's not a spawner here, which I think is pretty strange. It didn't like spawn. However, in this chest, you will find music discs and a name tag and a Frostwalker 2 boot. But that is not all, because over here, it is a lush cave mixed into the stronghold. I think this is an absolutely beautiful seed. I've actually found nothing like it before in my life, and if you guys like it, be sure to play it and send me some pictures in the Discord of what you guys find. Okay, as you can see the seed in chat right now, we are now at number 9, and number 9 is awesome. You're probably like, what in the world? It's just a normal village with an iron golem in the desert. But if you look over here, it is a massive sulfur cave. Now, keep in mind, I spawned right on this block about right here. So you get this entire mangrove swamp and this beautiful sulfur cave with all of these sulfur cubes. This seed is so beautiful that I didn't even know that it existed. I had to look up if sulfur cubes were even a real thing or if it was a mod. But as you can see, it extends all the way down and you get your first 2 diamonds of the game. Is what I would say if it wasn't 3, 4, and even more. Because as you heard that very large zombie, there is another dungeon down here that has a name tag and more horse armor. Honestly, a great place to start a survival world and a hardcore series for that matter. You guys want me to make hardcore season 2? Hit that like button and I'll do it. On top of all of that though, I am only about 300 blocks away from the desert spawn. There is a jungle, there is a plains biome, there's a savanna, absolutely everything you could want in a beginning survival world. But this is nothing compared to number 8. Let's go check it out. Ah, how good it feels to be back in my beautiful hardcore world, which the seed is right there. Now you're probably like, Rob, what in the world are you doing on this account? Well, while there may not be very much over here in the jungle areas, about 5,000 to 6,000 blocks back that way, near my home, there's something that I have to show you from one of my previous streams. Let's let old Rob take it over from here. This is the second episode. This could be the end of my Minecraft hardcore Let's Play. If you haven't seen the series, it's one of my favorite ones on this channel. Check it out. It is massive. We are talking the biggest oh good lord, the biggest mushroom field biomes I've ever seen. If you want to see the full extent of that, it is at least 1,000 blocks wide. Be sure to check out that video. One of the things I love about Minecraft is that the seeds literally just write their own beauty. The entire story is centered around the story that you make. But sometimes those stories are written in this beautiful pre-generation. Check out this amazing village. And you're probably like, what's special about this village? Let's fly up a little bit. This village is in the middle of this beautiful, beautiful icy mountain biome with a meadow behind it. You really just can't get more beautiful than this. You're literally surrounded by 3 sides of beauty. You have a massive dripstone cave down there. You have a massive village. This could not be a better start for a world. In terms of where you spawn, you actually spawn on the mountain right over here. So yes, it's a little bit of a trip down, but in less than about 200 blocks, you'll have an entire village to start your world. But that's not where it ends. Oh no, 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 no. If this was the entire seed, yeah, I'd probably give it like 10th or 9th, but it wouldn't be up this high. Well, over here, you'll see it opposing faction of a pillager tower that is entirely in a ravine. Look at how cool this is. For some reason, it spawned it all the way down here, so it's almost like a watch out tower at the top. Shut up, I hate you. It pretty much just only goes down here. There's nothing really else down here. Like, there are some small little areas to go, but nothing that I found that was absolutely crazy. But the fact that a pillager outpost has its own little hidey hole is super cool to me. Now, this entire area goes off into the ocean over there, and there's not really anything else that's special that way, but this is a really cool seed and a great way to get started. Oh, and I forgot to give the seed. Here it is right there. If you want it, go ahead and take a picture of it. We good? Let's move on. Now, this one seed I'm going to give you right here, because when we spawn into this, it should be pretty crazy. Let's check it out. So we just spawned in this little spruce biome, right? Nothing crazy, a little taiga. Oh, there's a village. How fun. What if I told you over there is a woodland mansion? Yes, you spawn in a village and then get enough materials to hopefully go fight this woodland freaking mansion. It is honestly such a great spawn. There's a massive ravine that goes all the way down to diamonds right there. So you can pretty much gear up as much as you need with this little village island, because that's all it really is an island, and then go raid this woodland mansion. Honestly, you really couldn't ask for a better start and a cooler start in such a small little island. I will say, there's one thing about this that maybe one could make the argument that unfortunately it's a little bit small, but you have so many trees of birch, of oak, of dark oak. You have plenty of resources to get started. If this really isn't enough for you, I don't know what is. Ha! Take that, boy! Now, I couldn't find the treasure room in here, but if you use this seed and you find the treasure room, you'll get the pinned comment of the day. Let's go and move on to the next one. Now, I really wanted to be unbiased in this video, but if there's one thing that you guys know I like, it is the cherry blossom biome, and you can tell we are there right now. But if we look right here, there is a village surrounded by beautiful cherry wood biomes. I could not ask for more. But what if there was more? Well, there is. There's a massive dripstone cave right in this cherry blossom biome with an easy entrance to and from the village. Honestly, I feel way more protected here than I do anywhere else. But unlike the other mountainous area in the village before, this one is entirely closed off, which is exceedingly rare. This entire valley has a village, and that's pretty much it, meaning that monsters from the outside world aren't really going to get in if you light it up properly. And in this village down here, things get absolutely crazy. There are diamonds absolutely everywhere. I've found so much iron, so many resources. I absolutely love this cave. Let's speedrun, see if I get killed. Run! Come on. Wasn't my best. So this seed's pretty cool, because what if I said there was a never-ending structure somewhere in this entire world? Well, we're gonna find it together, and this time I actually have to go into spectator. So it's true that not only do we start on another village, which is always gonna add bonus points, but if we go to this cave down here, you guys are gonna see something pretty cool. Look at this massive mine shaft. We're talking the biggest mine shaft I have ever seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account rose in this mine shaft. It is absolutely crazy, but it goes level by level. About 3 levels of mine shaft. I've seen 4 spawners and I'm only 5 spawners and I'm only halfway through it. Now you guys are probably like 6 spawners. You guys are probably like, okay, you know, big deal. 7 spawners, by the way. Why is a mine shaft such a big deal? You guys know the amount of XP farms you can make with all those spawners in a row? That's insane. And not very far away, literally 190 blocks, is a trial chamber. Now, obviously, this is not that big of a deal, but having a village, a trial chamber, and an unlimited mine shaft just makes things really interesting for a starting world. But that's not all, because additionally, there's an ancient city below that. There's quite a lot in this world that I didn't expect to see, but having an unlimited mine shaft, an ancient city, a village, and a trial chamber, that's a pretty fun world to start on. If any of you guys can beat all of those within your first hour of playing this world, I might just subscribe to your YouTube channel. Let's go on to the next one. As Drake once said, started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole silverfish here. As you can see, we are in a seed, which I gotta put on screen, I almost forgot, is this one. Look at it, and I had to find the stronghold. There's the coordinates for that right there. But anyway, it is an already done half stronghold, and you could totally go in here and go fight the Ender Dragon if you wish. Now, I will say, seeing this kind of makes me mad, because when I had an end portal, I had 0 of these ender eyes filled out. 0. And I think it's like a 10% chance or some crap to happen. So, I mean, it's not the most common, but there's over 10 here. Okay, there's 9, but that is still, I should have the odds to have at least an eye filled. But this portal is ready to go, meaning that you can literally start the game, come down here, and beat it. I hear whispers that if I go all the way down from where I spawn, I'm gonna see something that I've never seen before. So we're gonna go ahead and create a new world on this one right here. And we start in a beautiful sand area of desert. I can't remember what they're called. Go all the way down. Yeah, okay, it is real. Look at this. A freaking desert temple in the middle of a beautiful lush cave, and it just so happens that there's a water drip right here making obsidian already ready for you to go. But that's not all. Let's look at the treasure in here. You ready to see diamond blocks and gold blocks galore? Well, you're not going to see much down here because it just happens to be bedrock. That is literally freaking it. I don't know what happened to the terrain and the generation and everything, but there's no way for any chest to spawn whatsoever, and all there is bedrock. So I guess you can make a base out of this, which is kind of cool, I guess. But like, it's kind of it. But honestly, a base down here would go super hard. There are diamonds that you can see absolutely everywhere. Here's one right here, and a bunch of tropical fish. Let's hope they don't go into the lava. Oh, I know, I didn't mean to. Now, if you guys don't actually know, I actually made a very similar video to this in the past using every single different seed that I could find. However, there's one seed that remains somewhat similar, which was the original number 1, which is the seed that you see on screen right now. As you can tell, we are spawning in this forest, and you're probably like, Rob, what in the world are you doing? I watched your, ranking all the biomes video, and Dark Forest was one of the last. Well, what if I said that there is every single freaking biome within 1,000 blocks of this spawn? Every single one. Not even kidding. And I could go on and on and on and on and on. Basically, every single biome that exists in Minecraft is within 1,000 blocks of spawn, which is absolutely insane. In my hardcore series, it took me about 3,000 blocks to find almost every biome, and some I haven't even found all of. And of course, 300 blocks away, here is the mushroom fields. Obviously, it's pretty depressing. There's not a lot here. It is part of every single biome. As you can see, this is only 300 blocks away, so this is well within the 1,000 threshold. It's a pretty impressive spawn. One of my absolute favorites. The idea of getting every single biome and getting to like build a giant fusion of every single biome house sounds pretty cool. And there's an ocean temple here. But this is nothing compared to the number 1 seed, which is just the most beautiful thing of all time. Yep, here we are. This is the number 1 seed. We're in a meadow, which is not one of my favorite biomes, as you guys know. But what if I said it is an island surrounded by flower forest with a massive freaking ravine and cave. This is probably one of the coolest seeds, if not the coolest, in all of freaking Minecraft. To some people, this may not be the coolest thing ever. But not only is there almost every biome within about 300 blocks of spawn, not every single one, but almost every single one, but it's done what every other world has done so far, but better. There's a giant surrounding circle of beautiful trees in the middle of a flower forest biome. If you guys did not see my ranking the biomes, my favorite video that I've made in a long time, number 3 was the flower forest and number 2 was the cherry grove. So having all of those in one beautiful spawn is great. And again, it's not like this is some random place away from where you spawn. This is exactly where it is. But that's not all, because over here, as you can tell, there is a mine shaft. And you're probably like, this is a puny mine shaft. It keeps going. Don't worry about that. It's not as crazy as the one that we found earlier, but it is a really good one. And there's also an ancient freaking city down here under the cherry grove biome, which is why this is the number 1 seed that I have ever found. Now, I do have to give credit where credit's due. I don't know where I found it. However, it is not me who found this seed. That being said, though, in my opinion, y'all, these are just by far, look at my little head floating. These are by far the best seeds in Minecraft for the 26.2 update. If you guys have found better seeds or just play on a world that you think is impressive, either join my Discord, tweet at me, or send me a message on Instagram and show me your best seeds in Minecraft. But for now, that is all from me. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in the next video. You guys have a great day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Subscribe, like, I love you.